What's up, everybody? We're going to play ourselves a little more Wingspan. We've got a whole bunch of white power birds in the tray. I'm playing against someone who I've played against many times before. 10 times, I think. Kind of gotten to be friends here. Ooh. So, interesting. We're going to go with ecologist because we got a couple wetland birds that don't require fish, but that are good. And we also have the barn swallow. So we will have to play a bit of a robust game here. Yeah, so this is someone I think we've played maybe 10 games, and he's won two more than I have. Food generation is going to be an issue, but we'll do this and we'll grab a food, and then we're going to dig, I think, for a cheap food generator. And then we'll see where we go from there. It is a little scary to not have anything for the forest off the bat. Definitely nothing in the tray. Well, I wonder if... No. It would be silly. Well, I don't know. If there's a grub in the tray, I'd say we could grab the woodpecker and play that with our two food and then grab a grub for our Wilson snipe. Get the extra card. Presume that we'll have something where we don't mind discarding for the food for the ring bill. But unfortunately, there's no grubs to be seen, which will also be detrimental to our barn swallow. So we're going to have to grab the fish and the rodent for our gull and get a reroll as soon as possible. Could also even go for the eagle, but now we're getting a little crazy. I wonder if we don't grab the woodpecker and get the food for the gull instead. The barn swallow is starting to be questionable, I feel like. Not the easiest of games to decide here. Barn swallows. You know what? We're going to skip one of these. I think we need the food. So I think, man, the snipe would be great with our swallow. We already have one cycler here, but it means the need to overpay for that barn swallow probably. So I think we go with the gull and we keep one more. Got all the food we need for our first two cards. And there we go. I am there. Yes, my friend, I am there. So that will help us a whole bunch. So I think we do grab this. And then just play him, grab a food for our gull, and know that eventually the tray is going to get reset pretty quick and our barn swallow can go down. The game is on. Clark's Nutcracker is too expensive. Oh, he's setting us up already for success. He took a grain, so he's not. I'm gonna try to get the tray reset, so I'll grab a fish. Doesn't really matter since we got the gull here. Play this guy. And see what we come up with. Viticulturalist? No. Different kinds of nests. So we are clearly going to have to go enclosure builder. We'll have two of those already. Once we get the swallow down, nothing in the tray but platform nests. So tray is not helpful to us. Expensive birds. Canada goose. Does he have a, what is it? The one that gives you the grain. So let's get down our ring build go. Towie or Towie, depending on if you're Google or everyone else. It's possible to put the barn swallow in the wetlands, of course. And then we'd be on our way to a wetlands engine. But I find wetland engines are highly dubious. Take the rat so I can get my grub for my barn swallow. That's too bad. So we're going to take, he likes his grain, so we're going to take that grain. I don't really think that a goose that early. I don't know about that. Don't know. So we've got 5 turns left. We're going to hope that we get a grub. We're not going to go grabbing a grub right now. We're going to take a couple birds off the top, do a little cycling. There's a grub. Interesting that my opponent's out of egg space already. We're not going to grab our grub quite yet. Don't see how that would be anything we desire. Scissortail, another expensive bird. Don't see us being able to afford, although we wish we could afford it. Wood duck. Okay, things just got interesting. Things just got very interesting. My opponent's going to be gobbling up all those grains, so it's going to be hard to get the wood duck down. We are once again left with a bunch of expensive birds, but we need to grab ourselves a grub. We're going to play down our barn swallow and then lay some eggs in it for the end of round goal. I think my opponent has 2 spaces. I'll be able to spend that grain for the wood duck, but I think we need to abandon the wood duck. It's going to be very difficult for us to get the oh, you know what? We don't need to spend it because it's number of bull birds, so it doesn't matter how many eggs we put in there. But yeah, it's going to be hard for us to get our hands on a couple grain, it seems like. Although we only need 1 more. We could risk it with a reroll here and chuck the flycatcher. My opponent's going hard. Big birds. I always feel like the Canada goose is a trap. You really need to be set up for that guy. Get a lot of grain, and you're spending grain for 2 points instead of building out your engine. Don't know if I think it's a good idea. I think should we just abandon this? I think it's smarter to abandon the flycatcher. And we need ground nests. Flycatcher or wood duck? How's that? My opponent has nothing for the grassland or for the forest yet, so all they have is that hummingbird. So we're not going to be passing out food to them. We'll hold on to the wood duck just in case. Pie build Grieve is good, but I think we're going to grab ourselves some food here. We're going to do the reroll. And if we happen to get a cherry and a grain, which we do, okay, now we're set up. We are going to go for the wood duck. It's a good thing we held on to it. Usually I worry about even second round wood duck. Sometimes it seems like it's just too slow. First round is best. I think we're going to go, well, we want our ground nests. We're going to be battling for the grain, so I don't know if we are going to be able to get that Bob White down. Could go for the Ibis instead. Doesn't meet our bonus card. But the food is kind of close. We got 2 grubs. But it doesn't help us with any of our engines since we're going to be leaning so heavily on the wood duck. So ultimately the Bob White would be better. It's just a matter of can we get the grain against someone who's running the goose so much. Since the food is, well, the food is also there for the screech owl, which would help build out our forest. It's not too early, or it's not too late for that. My opponent is frozen with fear after the wood duck is played. Only 3 cards down to our 4. I think we are going to go for the screech owl because we need total number of birds. So cheap birds are important. And my opponent's food generation is so weak that all these expensive birds are kind of out of reach for them. So we'll grab these 2. Oh, you know what? Maybe we undo that. We're going to undo that. We'll grab the rat. Or because my opponent's going to be activating that. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. They get the reroll either way. So let's reset that. We're going to grab these guys, just in case they want a grub, which is more likely than a rat. And the reroll does not provide one. So take one off the top here. Don't know if that guy is quite what we want right now. Yep, so you got to go. You're a good bird, but a little too early for you. Savannah Sparrow is great. We're going to hope we can get our hands on that guy. But I think we're going to throw down. Might be a risk. My opponent still has 3 cards, though, so. 3 cards and no food means they're probably not going to go for cards right now. I suspect my opponent's going to reset the tray here. He did want the rat. He's going to grab. Oh, he can't grab the grains, which means we can grab the grains. We will deny them, and we'll be able to grab that Bob White, which will be very good for us. My opponent has nothing that would prevent me from activating my my predators. I think we got 2 rounds left. Total birds. We'll grab the sparrow first because my opponent's probably going to be more likely to want that. The heron is wonderful when you're running a wood duck engine. You're going to have tons of food, but not a ground nest. I think that the Savannah sparrow will be better for us. So, ooh, larkspur. Yet another ground nest. Our cup runneth over with ground nests. So let's grab. Opponent has 5 cards. We have 5. We got 2 more turns. We got 1 egg left, so we're not going to be able to do the double play. But let's do this. Let's see what comes our way. We're going to grab up that grain. Sorry, my friend. So now we got 3 grains. So I think we're grabbing the Bob White. Yeah, we don't have anything for egg generation in the forest, so I think at best Lincoln Sparrow. Probably a little late for you. Okay. Too bad we're going to miss out on that long spur, We also need to think about some cards for our wetlands because we do have ecologist. But I guess that's going to come next round. Oh my goodness. Just got interesting. There's that Toei. Luckily, my opponent has very little egg space. Oh, and they're not even going to get it. It's an interesting play. Maybe they're going to get it next time. I wonder if we grab it. It is the right nest type. Will give us those grains. I wonder if we grab it. So let's see here. Currently we have 2. Is it too late for the Toei? I feel like that would be a good pivot. Get tons. I really wish. You know what? We're going to. No, we can't do that. We only got 1 turn left. Opponent has 5 cards. I have 5 cards. I think we just got to say goodbye to those 2 cards. And do that. See if my opponent grabs the Toei this time. If you're going to go Canada Goose, how could you not grab the Toei? But it is a pretty cheap card, and you can only run the Canada Goose so many times. He hasn't put down a single grain into it. Is that right? All right. Platform birds. We only have 1. Clark's Grebe is available. We might grab that guy. Opponent has 1 as well. Let's see if the opponent grabs the Grebe. The Grebe would help with our with both our bonus cards. So the Grebe is a very, very desirable card at this point. Cowbird might not be bad as well. Savannah Sparrow into Cowbird would be a good play. But we don't really have the eggs for it currently. Ooh, okay. Now things are getting even more interesting. Opponent is building up a solid grassland engine. We get our fish, which we like. So only 1. We are going to want to grab that cowbird next. We'll get rid of our pelican. So I think we do 1 more round of food draw, grab up the grains. See, if he grabs a grain here, it costs him a point for every 2 points from the goose. That's really just a 1-point bird at this point, which isn't terrible, but I mean, my barn swallow is a 1-point bird, plus it gets me the card cycle, so something to think about. We'll take the grain. So that means we don't even need to. Oh, we need to grab the card though. So let's give ourselves a reroll here. I think we'll just gobble up whatever grains may appear. And there's that falcon, but we already got the two rats for it. We'll just grab a grub. See what we get off the top. That guy we probably don't want. So goodbye, bunting. Now we get some eggs. Throw down our sparrow into cowbird. The only bowl nest we have is our barn swallow. Oh, and plus we're going to get our Clark's Grebe going. So let's see here. How many? Opponent has 2 platform nests. We also could get 2 if we put the Grebe down. We go eggs. We can do all of it, I think. Eggs is 4. Let's see here. Opponent took We need more birds for our wetland, so we'll grab the fish. Let's see, eggs. It's 4 eggs. We're going to skip the swallow, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1. Play birds is 2. Play the grebe again is 3. Lay eggs again. So we're pretty good. We are doing pretty good. Might as well put some eggs in our swallow to start. Yeah, I don't think there's... Well, we've got the peregrine falcon. Does not help with our bonus card. I was thinking maybe we could cycle the grebe. We've got 1, 2, 3 of these guys, but so the question is, peregrine falcon is the same amount of points. We get the 1 point from the cycle. Don't think it's worth it. Let's put down our grebe. No, let's put down our cowbird, because my opponent is obviously going to be hitting the, well, should we spend our grain? Who the heck knows? We'll just go like this. It's a close game. It ain't bad so far. We really need some bigger point birds, I feel. Oh, look at that. Sneaky guy. He thinks he's so clever. All right, I think that secures a tie for the end of round goal. I still only see 2. So unless he plays an Inca dove, which he does not have the food for, we are all set. So now we just canceled out each other's cowbirds. But I suspect he's going to be running his grasslands more than me. We will see, though. Coming into the final stretch here. It'd be nice to get one more bird in the forest. Might be better to just run our engine. We do need cards, however. And we're going to be getting a ton of food. So it almost feels like we want 2 more cards. No idea what we want. We want something for the wetlands. So rats, we got plenty of. Cherries, less likely. Purple gallignon might pop up and we might regret it, but and then again, should we go with the cherry? We got a fish. We're going to do definitely one more. I don't need birds in the forest after this, so this doesn't matter. So on our bonus cards, 1, 2, 3, 4. We only have 4? Oh, this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we definitely want ourselves nothing there. That's too bad. Okay. Well, the Great Egret's a nice play. Into what, though, is the question. We are going to grab, we want the option, so we're going to grab here. It's tough, though. Is it worth it, or should we just plow through our engine? Tough decision. Down by 3. Final goal is birds in the forest. Currently ahead, but opponent's got good food generation. 2 cards. We want cards for our barn swallow, if nothing else. So we're going to do this. We're going to be able to see 3 different cards. There's the purple gallignon. Ask and ye will receive. Absolutely No ground nests yet. Well, that guy lives in the forest, but not worth it. Well, we're going to F5 this. Maybe we don't get rid of the woodpecker. Oh, what to do? Well, the merganser is highly unlikely. We could play the woodpecker, but we don't know if our opponent's going to be playing anything in the forest. Kind of suspect he will. So, sadly, well, we got to get rid of one too. Jace. Forgot about that part. All right, woodpecker. You got to go. Well, there is our full ground nest. So we're going to run our wetlands and exchange Onion for the turn, as crazy as that may sound. Let's see here. That means we're stuck with 3 birds in the. Oh, this will be nice. Oh, well, not really. We don't need any of that. Okay. Yeah, because this guy's a 3-point guy. This one is. I mean, 7. This guy is also 7 now, thanks to our bonus card. So, yeah. Yep. So it really doesn't really matter, but this one's way less food. So let's do that. Okay, so it doesn't matter where we put our eggs here. Well, it does. We want to keep our bob white open and our bull nests open. Spotted owl. I think we got to grab that guy with the wood duck. And then I think we have time to play it all. So that'll be interesting. Don't really need another rat. We need 3. We're going to get 3. So we'll do this and hope for some fish. No fish. I'm not going to discard. Come on, my friend the screech owl. There it is. Beautiful. We're gonna have really great bonus cards now. Okay. This one's going well, I feel. I think we play our turn into egret, or egret into turn first. My opponent is going to be ahead on points. He's got up by 2 with an extra cube. So, but we got an 8-point bonus card and a 7-point bonus card. So that is pretty good. We're going to have a very nice looking board. Amazing that we had not been running our grasslands much at all. So we need a grub. How about that? We'll go like that. And then we're going to hope for one final killer bonus card. This has been a very solid game. Thank you, sir. We got our 6. And now we're going to get 4. Our fewest bird is going to be 4. So This starts out as a 5-point play minus the egg cost, and we're just going to have to see what bonus card we get, hoping for something good. We have got ourselves 12 cards down, so the chances of getting a good card are quite high. Phone is out of actually that's fine. It doesn't matter at this point. Let's see what we get. Well, we got 3 for Prairie Manager. I doubt that everyone's favorite bonus card, Bird Feeder, is going to do much for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, almost. Too bad we don't have one more for Prairie Manager. But we did well this game, I would say. Look at those points. That is beautiful. Win or lose, I feel like this was a very solid game. I have not had that full a board in a long time. I like that my opponent did not get to make much advantage of their cowbird since we barely touched our grasslands. We come out a point ahead plus the end of round goal, so this feels like a solid victory to me. Yep, we got this one. My opponent is not happy. Well, it happens to the best of us. Wingspan is all about the luck. We crushed it. We got some good luck. Look at this. Very solid 98-point game. Very happy with that game. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. GG.